Good morning. Today is Tuesday, October 14th. I am back in town. Had a nice week away. Getting right into the economic data here. Of course, there is no economic data right now due to the government shutdown. However, Powell is speaking today at 11:20 Central Time today, so be prepared for some movement in the market there. Let's get right into some broader markets here. Let's start with the ES right now. I still think that there may be some downside here coming, maybe a little push in the morning before we get a little pullback. However, I do not think it's all gloom and doom like everybody thinks it is right now. So it is going to be volatile time right now due to the government shutdown and now the talks about tariffs with China and meetings happening right now, I think, with South Korea. So I expect that there's going to be some volatility right now. So you have to be prepared for anything, any kind of tweet or any kind of news that comes out right now. I do see that right now the ES is holding above the 50-day SMA. Those of you that don't know SMA, it's a simple moving average. Then you have down here September 5th high at 65.9650. I would not be surprised if we pull back into this level. If we lose the 50-day SMA, then we're definitely going to pull back lower and then try to come down to this 65.79 level back from August 2nd. So we are definitely getting some sell-off right now. I would not be thinking long on the ES until we get above this 20-day SMA and September 18th high of 67.18. If we get above that and we hold above that, then we can push back into the 67.45 level, which is now going to be a resistance level. And then I would not be comfortable on getting to new highs until we regain the 67.56.75 level. So we're still a little bit of ways away from there. So right now you see pre-market here. The volume is down a little bit, obviously, from what happens during the regular day. So I would say today the bias is looking for pops and fades until we can get above these levels and hold above these significant levels up here. I think the first major level to think long again is 67.18 on the ES. And then as far as the NASDAQ is concerned, the NASDAQ has pretty similar charts as the ES. We have right here is the 50-day SMA all the way down here at 24,298. So, a little bit lower, 400 or 500 points lower down there. So we're still holding that level. However, we are below the 20-day SMA here. So same concept with the ES. I'm not thinking that we're going to be getting long until we get above these major levels here, 25,000, 27, and 25. It could happen, but right now it seems to be trading just below this, just in this little channel here. There is a little bit of a gap fill from Monday's open to Sunday, so that could possibly get filled as well. So I would not be surprised for some more downside, but I think that if we get some downside, I do think it's all overall. I think it's just healthy for the market to have some pullback instead of being going straight up. So I would imagine that there is going to be a lot of risk off, meaning people taking their money out of the market these days because of volatility. But that's what's going to create the downside of the market right now. So let's just get right into Tesla. We can look at the 15-minute first. So yesterday, I was traveling yesterday, so I did not really trade most of the day. But we had a nice little POC level right here. That was actually hit from Friday right here. We still have a big level up here, 447.96 POC level from last week. So that is still open from, looks like, from October 7th. I believe that was Wednesday possibly. So that POC is open. So I would say not thinking long until we get above this 435 35 level on Tesla and hold it. So right now, this was a good support level. If we can go back, this was a good support level, and then it came back down, and then we lost that level. And then once we lost this level right here, this support level now becomes a resistance level. So now that means that when it gets back up into this level, you have to be careful of being long up here until we can get above it and break and hold. And you can see right now it's really respecting this it's a 433 to 435 35 level on Tesla right now. So I would not be upset to see more pullback on Tesla before we go higher, but right now it seems to be respecting this January 2025 high of 419.99, call it 420. So right now, my bias on Tesla right now is same thing. I'm not thinking longs unless we break above this 435.35 and hold, and then we could push higher into this 440 level, which would be the first market resistance. And then, of course, if we get there, we're going to quickly move up into that 447.96 level and close out that open POC level right there. So that's my view on the support and resistance level. Let's go over yesterday's 5-minute opening range trade, which was a good trade again, as usual. However, you have to have the patience with this trade. So let's go back and look at yesterday. So you can see it's been very choppy in the morning, no direction. But then towards the end of the day, it gets really clean and it finds its direction. So you can make money on the early morning trades, the break. So we did not get a break on the upside. We got a little tiny break on the downside yesterday. So the opening range was 421.35 to 426.51. Call it $5 opening range. We broke that level, and then from the 421.35, it went down a couple dollars. So if all you need is the equity market to move a couple dollars, and you can make 40-50 cents on your premium, and you could be done with your trading day fairly early once you start getting comfortable with this opening range trade, and then you start slowly but surely you increase your lot size. You do not change the process. All you're doing is just increasing your lot size, all based on your account size, right? So you always have to understand, you have to have your stops in place because nothing is 100%. So like, for example, you can put your stop however wherever you like, but it's all based on your lot size. If you're going to give yourself a bigger stop, so for example, let's just hypothetically say that you wanted to go long yesterday on Tesla. Okay, so you got long right here on the break, and then let's say, okay, well, I'm going to give it some time, and I'm going to make my stop below the opening range here. Well, you can't increase the further you make your stop, the less of a lot size you need to trade on, because it's going to be putting more pressure on your account on the drawdown if you're wrong and if you get stopped out. If you're having a closer stop, you can put a bigger lot size on. So it's all based on your account value and your consistency and your comfort. Once you get comfortable with making your trades, you can then start adding more risk to your lot size. So anyways, that trade yesterday was a pretty good trade on the opening range trade. And so now today, the same thing. You're seeing things are very wicky right now. So you can see this big wick right here. I don't think that there was a lot of volume in this little wick right here, so you can't really pay attention, like I said, to these pre-market and post-market, the post-market and pre-market volumes here. You can see this is right here, this blacked out area. This is all during regular trading hours, and you can see the volume is where very heavy right here during these hours, and you can see down here there's almost like no volume. And the candles look the same size. So that's what I always tell you, pay attention to the volume and to the price action. Today, with weekly expirations, I have the 440 calls and the 420 puts. So I do have a little bit of a range. I've got where the market is right now. Looks like I've got a $15 range for my calls. And the the put side is kind of tight. I may actually increase that range on the put side for maybe get a little more downside there. So I'm going to change my put size to 415. You can see my premium. If you watch this premium, it goes down to 320 because it's further away. So let me go back up to 420 and now watch the premium price change. So that goes up another dollar right there. So if I go up to 425, this 420 is going to increase because it's getting closer to the price. So it keeps going up a dollar there. So, but I am going to keep it at 420 actually. So I'm very close to the strike price. So based on yesterday's close, this should open up a lot higher right now because we've pulled back from yesterday's close. So I'm anticipating a little downside, but it also looks like it could be a very choppy day because we have Powell speaking at 11 o'clock. So I would be shocked if we have any big major moves until then. So, but Tesla also, we're trading below the 20-day SMA. You can see how it's respecting that right there. We can put on some different SMAs. Take a look at a wider range. There's the 20. It's yesterday's close at 435.90. And then we have, so 50-day SMA is down here, 377. So we're well above the major SMAs right now. However, we'd like to get back above this 20 so we can start pushing higher first. So, but anyways, that's it for today. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord. Leave any comments below on things that you would like me to cover, and get some people to subscribe because I really want to get the message out on what we're doing here. Thanks, everybody. Have a good trading day, and we will talk tomorrow.